Okay, for this deep dive, we're getting into something everyone has felt, but we don't really understand it. Loneliness. And when we look at the sources, the scale is just, it's huge. A 2023 study from Gallup and Meta found that a full 25% of adults worldwide, that's more than 1.5 billion people, say they feel lonely.
And this isn't just about feeling sad. The WHO declared it a global health risk in late 2023. They confirmed it's linked to things like anxiety, depression, high blood pressure. I mean, the health risk is basically the same as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Wait, 15 cigarettes?
15? Yeah.
Okay, that completely changes things. We're not talking about a mood. We're talking about a physical danger. So we really have to get to the root of this.
Exactly. And that's the tricky part. The dictionary will just say it's sadness from being alone, but social psychology says it's the gap between the social life you want and the one you have. If that were the whole story, you could just, make more friends.
But it's not that simple.
Not at all. It runs much, much deeper than that.
And we often blame external things, right, like technology. The philosopher Byung-Chul Han calls it hypercommunication.
Right.
He's basically saying we just exchange like tweets and memes and files,
Yeah.
all this superficial info, but we're not having real conversations.
Right. And there's data for that. A University of Pennsylvania study showed that when people used less social media, they actually felt less lonely.
So it helps.
It helps with the symptom. But if we look at the deeper cause, it might be something we can't get rid of at all. There's a psychotherapist, Ben Lazar-Majewskiewicz, who's been studying this for 40 years. And his conclusion is that loneliness is, well, an inherent and permanent part of being human.
Permanent. That's a huge claim.
Yeah.
So what's fascinating is he says avoiding it is one of our biggest motivators right after food and water. Is he suggesting that everything we do, our careers, our families, is all just some big, complicated strategy to not feel alone? That feels a little reductive.
It sounds reductive, I know, but it comes from a fundamental paradox. We know we are separate, right? Independent beings, but all our thoughts, our goals, our ideas, they're all about the external world. There's this constant need for integration that's never fully met.
Okay, that makes sense. That feeling of separation is tied to how we even know who we are. Like the psychoanalyst Jacques Lacan in his mirror stage. The idea that a baby first recognizes itself by seeing its reflection. And that continues our whole lives, not just in mirrors, but in how other people react to us.
Exactly. We need that external world to feel real. We are, in a sense, a picture in the eyes of the world. And loneliness is what happens when that communication gets superficial, that hypercommunication you mentioned. Our mirrors get blurry or broken. We can't see ourselves clearly anymore.
So the answer isn't just to be around more people.
No.
The solution is real communication, intimate, based on empathy and patience, and actually listening, seeing yourself reflected clearly.
Yes, and that requires a kind of balance. We have to seek out that genuine engagement with others, keep our external mirrors clean, so to speak.
But, and this seems just as important, we also have to cultivate solitude. That time alone lets you communicate with your imagined self, the person you've built from all those reflections. But the key is to focus that thinking on the world, on other people's problems.
Right, not just dwelling on yourself. That's how you get into that negative overthinking spiral. Too much time alone with just that imagined self, that can lead to real stagnation. So the goal isn't to avoid people. It's not letting the fear of loneliness push you into meaningless contact either. It's a balance.
So if there's one thing to hold on to from today, it's this. Loneliness isn't about having no one around you. It's about not finding yourself in the eyes of others.
And what that means for you, at the end of the day, is that the most vital relationship is the one you have with your own mind. That's the one you have to get right first.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Our sources note that people over 65 are significantly less lonely. Only 17% report feeling that way. So here's the question. What wisdom or what life structure have they found that helps them navigate this paradox between the self and our separation from the world?